Hi everybody and welcome back. October is a special month here at Rose's Cafe because this is the month when Rose's hometown of Zamboanga City and Barangay Baliwasan celebrate Fiesta Pilar. That is the feast of Our Lady of Pilar. Now fiestas always involve lots of fun and lots of food. And so today, Rose has decided we're going to make chicken afritada to bring to our own little fiesta here. As always, the first step for any recipe is to assemble the ingredients. He's asking for 1 kilo of chicken. That is about 2 pounds or just a little bit more. And I choose to use the boneless, skinless chicken breasts because they're much easier to deal with. We'll be chopping that up into bite-sized pieces. The recipe says 5 pieces of potatoes. We're not sure what a piece is, but after much discussion, we decided that 2 of these large potatoes would probably do it. So that's what we're going to use. 1 red onion minced. 1 head of garlic minced. A green bell pepper and a red bell pepper cut up into strips. 2 cups of chicken broth. Now, it would preferably be pork broth here, but in this country nobody seems to want to have pork broth, so we have chicken broth instead. 1 cup of tomato sauce. This is an 8-ounce can, which is handily 1 cup. 2 tablespoons of patis, which is fish sauce, and you can find that in the grocery store in the Oriental or Asian food section. And 3 tablespoons of cooking oil, any kind. Now let's get all these ingredients prepared, and we'll see you in a few minutes. Gotten all the ingredients ready to go. We're just about ready to start. Let's have a look and see what. Now the key to making dishes like this is to put everything in the pot in the right order on cue and make sure you do what you're supposed to do with everything. Okay, first we have our 3 tablespoons of cooking oil. We're going to put that in our wok and we're going to get it nice and hot, not quite smoking, and then we're going to add our garlic, so our minced garlic, and our chopped onions, and we're going to saute those a little bit. That's going to get that aromatic aroma to come out and have them put their flavoring in the party. Once we get that, we're going to add the chicken to the party. This is our bite-sized pieces of chicken. We're going to put it in there with the garlic and onions, and we're going to brown it just a little. Now it's important to do that before we add anything else because that's going to impart a flavor to the chicken that it ordinarily wouldn't have. So we're going to brown that just a little. We're not going to cook it done, we're just going to brown it a little. And then we're going to add the 2 cups of chicken stock and 1 cup of tomato sauce. And we're going to let that simmer until the chicken is 3/4 done or something like that. At that point we're going to add the potatoes. And we're going to let that go until the potatoes are almost done. That may take 10 minutes or so. And at that point we will add the pepper strips. It won't take them long to cook, and we want to have them just a little bit undercooked. I like the way pepper strips look when you cut rings out of them. They're all kinds of crazy shapes and stuff, and we have green and red, nice colors here. Okay, once that's just about done, we're going to add the patis or the fish sauce. Now the fish sauce is made of anchovy extract. Okay, it tastes pretty good actually, but a little bit goes a long way. So we only have 2 tablespoons of that for the whole pot. Also, we're going to salt and pepper it to taste. So, without further ado, it's time to start the party. We've added the oil to our wok. We've got it nice and warm. First thing to come to the party to get things started is going to be the garlic. Nice and aromatic. We're going to saute it a little bit. Nice aroma going on there from the garlic. The next party guest is going to be the chopped onions. We'll saute those until they're starting to turn translucent. They've gotten a bit translucent and they're starting to give out their aromas and flavors. It's time to introduce them to the chicken. Chicken meet the onions and garlic. Onions and garlic meet chicken. Let's let you brown in there together. Mix real good and get to know each other a little bit. This step is very important because at this point we're imparting the aromatics, the flavors from that garlic and the onion to the chicken. It's browned and on its way to cooking a little bit. Now we're going to add a little mixer to the party here. Our 2 cups of chicken broth and our cup of tomato sauce. Stir that through a couple of times. Then we're going to let it come to a boil, or a simmer rather, and let it cook until the chicken is just about done. While we're waiting for this to simmer for a while, I thought I'd talk a little bit about the fiesta at Ballywaston in Zamboanga City. It's the local barangay Ballywaston there. And it's their local festival for Our Lady of Kalar. And it's a really big deal. In fact, Rose's mom plans weeks ahead of time what the menu's going to be and the food she's going to cook. And all the extended family and friends all show up and come by, and they all eat and feast and they have a great time. She'll probably spend the last Saturday in October all day long slaving away in the kitchen, making and cooking all kinds of good stuff. Like I'm cooking here, only she'll cook lots of it, and it will be many different dishes, and all the available vessels will be used in the kitchen, and she'll be just working herself to death in that kitchen, getting everything ready. And it's gotten to the point where the last few years she's actually hired a cook to help her with all the preparations, because her food and her cooking is so popular. More people show up all the time, and she's having a hard time to keep up. So I guess my point in all of this is, Mom, can I have a job? I mean, I'm getting to be a pretty good cook. Rose has told me how to make a lot of your recipes, and you can see on these videos that I'm actually doing it. And you can consider this my audition tape. I won't ask for much pay, just something to eat and a place to stay. I really wouldn't mind, after I retire, coming and being a cook at your house. Would that be okay with you? You know, I've always wanted to be a chef. This has been simmering for a while and the chicken's just about done, so it's time for the potatoes to arrive. Put them in there. And we'll let it simmer. The potatoes are just about done. The potatoes are just about done, so the last ingredient besides the seasonings we're going to add is going to be the peppers. The potato is just about done. We're going to add a little fish sauce. Give it a stir. Just a little salt and pepper. Some of this over a nice bed of steamed rice, and we'll be all good to go for dinner. Look at that. Alrighty then, looks like we're all ready for our little fiesta here. So it's about time to say goodbye. And Mom, think about it. Think about what I said about being a cook for you next year. Let me know. Okay, bye-bye now. Y'all take care.